Hi guys, welcome back to Solidity Basics. In this section, we'll be covering structs. In structs, you create your own data type and it is usually used to group together related data. Let's say you are creating some kind of profile. It could be of a person or a book. You'll create a predefined data type for that. So let's say if you're creating a struct for a person, it can have fields like name, age, height, address, etc. And it would standardize that data type for all the people that you want to store the data for. Just like enum, structs can be declared outside of a contract and be imported in another contract. So you can declare a struct like to do that has string and boolean values, which holds what to do you need to do and its status, the true and false. So you can declare this struct in one contract and then you can import it in another contract like this. Okay, moving on to our main example, we have a contract where we are declaring a struct called to do. The to do struct has two fields called text and completed. These are of data type string and boolean. So the text is supposed to store the description of the to do, and completed is supposed to store the status of the to do, like whether it's completed or not, so true or false. We then create an array of to do's. So here we can store multiple to do's along with their status. We have a function that helps us in creating a to do and add it to the to do array. So it takes in a text value and then creates a new to do out of it and adds it to our to do array. So we you can see that we have three ways of initializing a struct. We can either initialize it by directly passing in the values in the same order that we have declared, like text and completed. So we pass in a string value for the text and a boolean value for the completed. Or we can do value mapping. Here you don't need to worry about the order of the values. Like you can pass in completed false first and then text later, or you can simply create a to-do struct and then refer to each individual properties. Like here we are creating a to-do of type to-do, and we are doing to-do.text to store the value of text in the text field, and to-do.completed would already be initialized to the default value that is going to be the false value, and then we push it in our smart contract. So next we have a function that helps us in getting a to-do from the list of our to-dos. It takes in an input that is going to be the index of the to-do in our to-do list and returns the text and the status of the to-do. So we fetch the to-do stored at the corresponding index in our list of to-dos, and then we refer to the properties, individual properties of that to-do using to-do.text and to-do.completed, and we return these values from this function. In the next function, we update the text value of a to-do in our to-do list. So let's say we added a to-do get groceries and we want to make it more specific, like get milk. So we take in the index value and the text that we need to store there. Uh, we need to overwrite the previous text and we fetch the to do corresponding to that index value. We refer to the text value of that to do using to do text, and then we overwrite the previous value by the new value. Next, we have the toggle completed function, which basically takes in the index of the to do and marks it as completed or not completed. So you have the index of the to do. To do is fetched from the list based on that index, and you simply toggle the value of the completed field in that to do. Okay, let's check it out on Remix ID. So we have a contract here. I'll do some slight modifications. I'll comment out these lines because for any to do that we'll create here, we discussed three ways of initializing a struct. So for any to do that we create using this function, it would add three to dos in our array, which we don't want. So we'll comment out the other lines and we'll keep this as a main snippet for adding to do to our to do array. We'll compile the contract and then we'll deploy it. We have the create, toggle completed, update text, get functions here. Let me add some to dos like buy Bitcoin, and we have that added. Let's see how it looks. At the 0th index of our to do array, we have this to do stored, which has the text value as buy Bitcoin. The completed field has a boolean value of false. We don't have any other value stored at the first index, so we are getting an error there. Let's add another to do. So we'll add buy Ethereum here, and now we are getting some value. We are getting buy Ethereum has a text value and the completed value is false. So let's toggle this now. Toggle this and the value is set to true. If we want to update text, so we'll pass in the index and the new text is by Solana because it's growing faster than Ethereum. Maybe, I don't know, whatever the reasons are. Not a financial advice. Yeah, so we'll do the transaction and we'll check it out. So our to do is buy Solana now instead of buy Ethereum. So these were all the basic functions around structs and how to initialize a struct, declare it, and operate on the values. In the next video, we'll talk about data allocation in smart contracts. So I'll see you guys in the next video.